Alright, on with another video of rebuilding Glenwood's Edge. So, had a little bit of a bad bit of news today. I suppose it's good news, but it's also bad news. Looks like next week I'll be going back to work. They're calling off the winter layoff because the weather's been too dang nice. Unfortunately for me, but fortunately for everyone that wants to pour some concrete. So, this probably will be the last video for a little while. My time is going to be very limited because, well, I gotta work pretty much from dawn to dusk. So, yeah, it's gonna be fun. Well, the first few weeks actually of every year is actually pretty light, so I might not be there that long. As soon as the summer months hit, yeah, that's definitely going to be taking up all of my personal time will be taken up working, and then coming home to do chores, feed myself and the family. You get the point. Everybody's got to do it. So I thought I'd show you a little bit of what I've got going on here. So I've moved the flame altar from the main courtyard up there, a few notches forward, a few notches back, and that's increased my coverage with the one that I've got out front to get the entirety of Glenwood's Edge. I've got it all. So I've got the new one, put my stairway in here, back here, right outside the main keep's, what is this, west door? So just up here in this little corner right here, and I've filled in a little brick. I actually came out here and dropped the brick down a little bit and then brought it back up because they were overlapping each other and it had a pretty weird graphic. I didn't like how it looked, so I ripped out the wall, put the flame altar in, put the wall back in. I've got me a super tall scaffolding system up here. If you didn't know, you could stack these on top of each other and just keep it going up. And they'll go through the existing work you've got done. So you don't have to worry about, oh, I can't get it into that position. They go right through it. I can just raise it up and get to all the different levels of the keep. I've actually filled in a little bit of it. Not much, just a little piece here and there, just to see if my build or my scaffolding was close enough to reach. And of course right here it wasn't, so I had to move this one a little closer. But I need to put 2 or 3 more to get to the full way to the top of this. But my last video that didn't have audio, you saw me working on this little shack over here on top of the blacksmith. Put in a whole new roof. Come down here. Put in a new door. Got new wall in. Put in a door right here for this wall. Got it all filled in. I deliberately left these little blocks right here sticking through. It's like an aesthetic choice. Kind of the block is helping secure the wood. Got the fireplace all filled in, all the way up. Looks nice. Got the walls all evened because they were kind of all over the place. I still can't get this little patch here. It's just weird when I try to get the little mini block in there for the roof. It just doesn't fill in right. It causes all kinds of problems. So this is about the best I can get that. And out the door here. So you got the front all done. Got the roofing. Then as I come over here, I put a stairwell in to get up here because originally this ladder was the only way up. Didn't make any sense. People going to be living up here, they ain't going to want to climb a ladder to get to their house every day or get out of it because, you know, normal people can't jump 15 feet in the air and land that far without breaking their leg. So, put the stairwell in. Got a little entry in here they can lean out and look. Got these new doors in, come in here. Got this all nice and patched up, looking nice, looking pretty good. Put a little light chandelier in. Of course, I got my little makeshift wooden stairwell leaning all the way up. I tried to make it look not so cobbled together, but the build set just doesn't want to make it look nice and symmetrical. I probably need to use a different block type entirely for all of this. But I didn't want it to be stone, and this is the only wood block. I've only got this in the clay wood block, that's all I got. So I don't have any of the other wood options unlocked. And then I got my blacksmith course. I got several different, what are these things called again? smelters. I got several smelters set up. This one's for bronze, this one's for tin, this one's for copper, this one's for glass, and this one, do I have an unlock for it yet? I do not, but I'm assuming this will probably be iron if I ever unlock iron. I gotta find some iron. I got a tool shop here, fix things, and then of course I got the little forge over here. So out front I've put in 2 of these smokers out here. One is for charcoal, the other's for acetone. I've got enough tar, I don't need the third one. Put in a little shortcut for me to get back up there. And then of course I put this stairwell at the bottom end down here so again I can get up there. I know this is supposed to be a fortress town, but it is a pain in the ass to get around. So, got this stairwell in. Back here I've cleaned this up considerably. I've got this rubble that was through here all dug out. Got the walls all patched back in, went inside. Got this all patched back into. We got to do a little bit work on this fireplace yet. And then of course down here is all nice and cleaned up as well. I got some work to do up there yet. I need to go get up there. I'm going to put in one of those zip line points to get up there. I've thought about putting in a ladder to get up there too. Get up to the loft. And of course I still got all this back here to go. What a run. Okay, I got this well in over here. Kind of like wanted to have wells closer because in reality you don't want to walk 10 miles with a bucket of water. Cleaned this up in here considerably. I actually broke down the floor as much as I could and then put it back in, trying to get rid of all that grass and stuff and these little wooden things. I can't seem to get rid of them. They keep coming back. So that's just annoying. Then down here I still got to come down here and do the same thing, get some light so I can work down here. I took out everything but the bed and this so that, you know, if I'm working in here and night falls I can sleep real quick. I've got all the holes patched in. And then you go outside here, I got it all filled in, cleaned up. Got this all done. Went back in here and got this little wood piece back here all filled in. Still got to come up here and work on these windows. Gonna replace all of them. But yeah, that's, and then I got the roof. And I gotta have to take the entire roof off and put a new one on, apparently. Kind of like you'd have to do in real life. No shortcuts here. If I can get up there. Okay, we're gonna be known as the YouTuber that can't jump. Okay, so yeah, to get all these little pieces that are sticking out and doesn't look uniform, I have tried again and again. I'm gonna have to take the whole thing off, put the whole one on. Either that or I have to double roof it, and then it looks awkward. It doesn't look quite right. Okay. Of course, you know this one here. Got some wood out here yet. And I'm going to leave this just like this. Just patched in like that. Makes the city look older than it is. And yeah, so the courtyard out, the front courtyard is pretty well cleaned up. I got the keep stuff to go all the way up yet. But as far as all the back side of the building, it's pretty well done, pretty well cleaned up. Got this all filled in and fixed up. So the next thing is back here. So I've already cleaned out all this rubber pile here, got this all filled back in. So it looks nice and cleaned up, uniform. Same with this stairwell going up, got this all cleaned up, going up here. Then down here, of course, got all this rubble cleaned out, got the walls filled back in. Still got this to go. I've dug the rubble out down here. And then up here, I've filled in the broken bridge. And then, of course, this right here, and got the crenellations put back in. I think I need to go put one more layer on here because these don't do any good for hiding behind if your head's poking out. That kind of defeats the whole point of having the crenellations. So we're going to raise these up just one more level. And then, of course, in here is kind of cleaned up. So yeah, we got all this back here to do in the back courtyard is what I'll start working on next. Getting this all cleaned up here. Okay, so just started digging away. I'm a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Diggy diggy hole. I know some people would take a shortcut and pull out the rake and just try to rake all this down, but in reality you wouldn't want to have loose rubble underneath of your fill, because then your fill would start sinking into the loose rubble as the rain starts, and well, then you've got uneven ground, sinkholes, and then of course water traps for stagnant water, which leads to all kinds of problems with disease. So yeah, I'm just going to dig that rubble out of there. And then I can just fill this back in with the dirt. Same thing with that mud. I got to dig that mud down. I know some people keep saying, "Oh, just put the building, the foundation block down, then take it back up again a bunch of times." Well, yeah, I could do that, but again, that just kind of feels like cheating. Doesn't feel like that. You wouldn't be able to do that in real life. Of course, in real life, I'd have a backhoe here to take care of this. And a dump truck. Let's see, do I have anything on me for... There we go. A little bit. There we go. Now let's see if we can put some block down. First of all, let's I must have the snapping turned off. There we go. There we go. That makes it easier. Trying to figure out how far out I want to go with this, because I want to put some of that yard back in. Let's see. That's where the old one left off. There we go. And the stairwell going back in. There we go. That looks good. Let me just come back in here and, there it is. Well, I tell you, sometimes it's hard to get the block right where you want it. There. There we go, that looks pretty even. Alright. Put some dirt down in here. Where's the big... There we go. Big earth block. Whoops. That's not the right thing. I need dirt. There we go. And apparently I'm out of dirt. There we go. Got this all filled in. Let's go fill this in. There we go. That's all nice and filled in there. Got ourselves a little grass courtyard. What do you think? Should I turn this into a hidden room? That would be a great space to be a hidden room back here, wouldn't it? You know what, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to turn this into a hidden room. Let's see. We'll do the little cheat thing here to widen this out. Yeah, we can turn this into a nice little hidden chamber back here. We got plenty of room. How much we got on this side? Go back a little bit there. Don't want to go too far in. Whoops, I guess we went a little bit too far. There we go. So we can go this way a little bit. And we probably went a little bit too far that way too. So we'll just there we go. And then we'll put that back down. Right there, looks good. We don't want to go too much further in there. This looks good enough. We don't need to pay that big, do we? So I'm doing this so it looks like the ceiling has supports. Got that cobbling in place. So it doesn't look kind of out of place, like how is this staying up in the air like that? Alright, now we need to build ourselves a little wall here to kinda make it seem not out of place. Again, the only downside is I do not know where to find the flint secret passage door. which is rather aggravating when you want to build secret passages using flintstone, but there doesn't seem to be a flintstone secret door. Well, let's go find ourselves a certain carpenter and see if he can't make us a door for that. Alright, where is the door? Doors. Secret doors. Secret stone door, I guess, is the closest that it can be right now. And if I ever find the flint secret door, I will definitely be replacing it with a flint secret door. Assuming there's one in the game. You would think there had to be, though. Huh. That doesn't look like advertised, does it? That doesn't look closely to what I saw in the picture there. Well, there's our not so secret door. And we got ourselves a little hidden room back here for whatever we're going to use a hidden room for. Figure that out later. But I figured, you know, it'd be neat since I was repairing it and there's a big void under there, I could fix it up. Let's go find ourselves a nap room. That's the one thing I wish the game would do, was have some kind of a pause on the day-night cycle while you're in the build menu. But I guess it's more realistic that way. Okay, here we go. And back here, as you can see, I ripped out all of the bandit camp now. Let's get up there so you can see just how far the flame altars have coverage now from moving it to where it is. Let's go all the way up top. Ow. Starting to think I should change my channel name to Can't Jump. Feel like I'm climbing Mount Everest here. I think I'd be out of breath by the time I got to this point in real life. Okay, so all the way up here, here's a patch of flint. Not that I'm going to mine it, because now my new wall goes to here. All the way to here. I might even put just one more small one up here, but I kind of need the rest of my flame altars open for the game, for exploration and whatnot. I put a bunch of flax up here, I don't know, 2 weeks ago. I made way too many flax saplings, or seedlings, and I didn't have enough room in the garden. I was up here, and I just said, well, you know what, I'm just going to lay them all out up here, turn this into a field of flowers. But I kind of need more flax now. I started making some of the furniture pieces, and they require a lot of different flax, lavender, all kinds of different plants. And like I said, this place is going to be the absolute last place I make an attempt at working at, because just look at it. This poor place looks like it was Uncle Sam's personal target practice point. I mean, wow. Look how badly damaged this thing is. I couldn't imagine anything tongue-tied. I couldn't imagine anything in a medieval world that could cause this much damage without it being an actual fire. And an actual fire, most of this stuff wouldn't even survived. But here's the old boss room. I mean, just look how tore up this place is. It's going to take forever to puzzle this place together to figure out what goes where. Start from the bottom up, that's all you can do. So, hey, yeah, this is looking pretty nice back here. Slowly but surely, I'm getting it patched in, looking nice. This is going to be the second to the last project with this keep. I'm just going to keep working on all these smaller outbuildings first, and then work my way towards the 2 nightmares. And by far, that is going to be the nightmare to fix. That keep right there, or that manor house, I should say. The keep, not so much. The other problem I'm going to have is apparently in the game yet, because it's still early access, unless some YouTuber somewhere has found it, I cannot find this block type. This block type doesn't seem to exist. And of course, this is going to be my courtyard for my stables. Or my stable yard, I should say. I'm going to have to figure out how to get this out of here, too. I wouldn't want my horse stepping into that thing. So there are some things that the game developer needs to have us be able to remove. Make sure you're armed before you're coming in here. Thanks, spider. Alright, let's go throw our flax up on this. Yeah, she got a quest for me.
We fight on.
Lumen for padded armor. The wilds, every breath can be your last. You'd fare better with padded armor. I don't know about that. I'd prefer, you know, a more sturdy armor than padded. Sounds doesn't think like padded would stop a sword very easily, which is ironic considering I'm playing a mage. But at least as a mage, I'm light. I can get out of the way. I think padded armor is kind of bulky. I don't think you'd be able to move very well in it. Not be able to do that very easy. I'm thirsty. Get some water here. Okay. So I'm going to cut this one here. This might be my last Enshrouded video for a while. Like I said, I'm going to be going back to work. And I'm also going to start covering another game which I have been supporting for the better part of, what has it been now, 12 years just about, give or take? And that is Star Citizen. The game has made remarkable progress, and I'm going to make a video with my thoughts on the last 12 years of development, its highs, its lows, the attacks it gets for no reason, and the attacks it gets for good reason. And I'll play a little bit of that game, and those of you who are not familiar with it, maybe I can get you introduced to it, and you'll see what it's about. Let's put it this way. Starfield is a joke compared to Star Citizen. Elite Dangerous was started at the same time as Star Citizen, and you can tell that they didn't even just pretend to go into the full scope of what Star Citizen is. So, I'm going to cut it here. I'll see you guys later. Thanks again for all of your support and your comments. Like I said, I'm surprised this channel is getting views, because it wasn't when I first started back in the day. And again, of course, these dang bodies do not stay gone after you loot them. They keep coming back. It's a nightmare. I guess they just don't want to stay in the graveyard. So, cutting it here. I'll see you guys for the next video I make when I get a chance to make it. And you all have a good one.